Today's idiom is bad news travels fast. This phrase means that unpleasant or negative information tends to spread very quickly, often much faster than good news. It reflects a fundamental aspect of human psychology and social interaction, our innate tendency to prioritize and disseminate urgent or impactful, often negative information. People naturally share bad news rapidly, whether for warning others, for gossip, or simply to process events, illustrating its swift movement through a community. Let's look at some examples of how bad news travels fast is used. For our first example, the company announced layoffs yesterday, and by this morning, everyone in the industry seemed to know. Bad news really does travel fast. Here, the speaker observes how quickly information about layoffs, a significant negative event, disseminated beyond their immediate circle to the wider industry, emphasizing the rapid spread of such news. Our second example is, I tried to keep my mistake a secret, but within an hour, the whole office was buzzing about it. Well, bad news travels fast, I guess. This scenario illustrates a personal negative event, a mistake, quickly becoming common knowledge within the office. Both examples clearly show that undesirable information has a knack for spreading with remarkable speed, whether it's a corporate issue or a personal blunder.
Now let's explore some similar expressions. Word gets around is a broader phrase implying that information, good or bad, spreads informally. It's less specific about the type of news than bad news travels fast, which distinctly focuses on negativity. Another similar phrase is news travels on the wind, a more poetic way to say information spreads quickly, suggesting it's carried effortlessly. While these convey rapid dissemination, bad news travels fast uniquely highlights the inherent urgency and interest people have in sharing unfortunate events, making it the most direct choice for negative news.
To recap, bad news travels fast means that negative or unpleasant information tends to disseminate very quickly. Its origin lies in a deep-seated human tendency to share urgent, impactful, or unfortunate events, whether for warning or gossip. Remember, this idiom isn't just about speed, it's about the unique pull bad news has. So, the next time you hear about something unfortunate spreading rapidly, you can accurately say, "Wow, bad news really does travel fast." Keep practicing, and you'll master this impactful idiom in no time. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is, why the long face? It asks why someone appears sad or unhappy. The image comes from associating sadness with a drooping, elongated face, much like a mournful horse. It's an empathetic way to inquire, inviting them to share what's bothering them. Let's see why the long face in action. Example 1, you've been quiet all morning. Why the long face? The speaker notices quietness and asks about visible sadness. Example 2, did you hear the bad news? No wonder you have a long face. Here, the reason is known, acknowledging their visible disappointment. Both convey empathy for a sad expression.
While why the long face gently asks about visible sadness, what's eating you, implies a specific problem. You look down in the dumps is a statement observing low mood. Use why the long face for a kind inquiry about a visible sign of sadness, inviting explanation.
To recap, why the long face? Gently asks why someone appears sad. It vividly portrays a droopy, sorrowful expression, acknowledging their visible demeanor. Use it to show empathy and encourage communication, connecting with friends having a tough day. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is, what's the occasion? We use this phrase to politely ask why someone is dressed up, celebrating, or behaving in an unexpected way. It expresses curiosity about an event or reason. The phrase is quite literal, stemming from occasion, meaning a particular event. Its usage became common from the 18th century, a direct inquiry into special circumstances. Let's see these examples. If your friend is in a suit, you might say, wow, you're wearing a suit on a Tuesday. What's the occasion? Or if a house is decorated, the house is decorated with balloons and streamers. What's the occasion? Both show surprise and inquire about the special event or reason behind the unexpected situation.
For similar expressions, consider, what's the special event? A direct alternative, or, is there something to celebrate? Which specifically implies a positive, festive reason. While what's the occasion is broader, these can be more precise depending on whether you suspect a celebration or just need clarification about a unique event.
In summary, what's the occasion? Is a versatile idiom for politely asking the reason for someone's special appearance or activity. It conveys polite surprise and curiosity. Originating as a direct query about an event, It remains a straightforward yet engaging phrase. Use it next time you encounter an unexpected celebration or unusual dress. It's a great conversation starter. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is I had a blast. This means you had a very enjoyable and exciting time. Blast suggests an explosion of good feelings. Originating from informal mid-20th century English, it describes something intensely fun and memorable. Use it to vividly share a truly fantastic experience. Consider, the concert last night was incredible. I had a blast singing along to my favorite songs. This shows deep enjoyment. Another, our family trip to the amusement park was fantastic. We had a blast on all the roller coasters. This describes thrilling activities. The idiom perfectly conveys intense fun across diverse contexts.
Similar phrases are, I had a great time and I had a lot of fun. While these express enjoyment, I had a blast implies much higher excitement. It suggests the experience was exceptionally lively and memorable. Use a blast when fun was truly spectacular, exceeding mere pleasantness for powerful description.
To recap, I had a blast means you had a wonderfully exciting and enjoyable time. This informal mid-20th century phrase conveys an explosion of fun. Use it for truly spectacular, memorable experiences, expressing intense positive feelings. Try using it to vividly describe your best moments and share enthusiasm. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is don't fall for it. This phrase is a crucial warning, meaning not to be deceived or tricked by something, like a false offer or a lie. Imagine someone setting a trap. If you're not careful, you might literally fall into it. Over time, to fall for evolved to mean being ensnared by a trick or a charming deception, much like falling in love. It became prominent in general English usage around the late 19th and early 20th centuries, reflecting a natural extension of the word fall into figurative territory. Let's look at some examples to understand this warning better. First, that email offering $1 million from a foreign prince is definitely a scam. Don't fall for it. Here, the idiom directly warns against believing a fraudulent scheme. It's a classic example of a phishing scam where you're urged not to be taken in by the deceptive promise. Our second example is, he's trying to get you to do his share of the project by feigning helplessness, but don't fall for his act. Stand your ground. In this case, don't fall for it means don't be tricked by someone's performance or manipulative behavior. It highlights the importance of recognizing deceit, whether it's a financial scam or a personal manipulation.
There are several similar expressions you can use. Don't buy into it implies not accepting or believing something, particularly an idea or argument, often because it lacks merit or is misleading. It's about intellectual acceptance. Don't be fooled, on the other hand, is a very direct and general command not to be tricked. While don't fall for it often suggests a clever or charming deception that makes one vulnerable, don't be fooled is a broader caution against any form of trickery. Choose don't fall for it when there's a specific lure or ploy involved.
To quickly recap, don't fall for it is a vital idiom that urges us not to be deceived or tricked by clever ploys or false offers. Its roots lie in the idea of being caught in a trap, extending to being duped by charm or lies. Remembering its origin helps reinforce its meaning. Stay vigilant. So, the next time someone presents something that seems too good to be true, remember this idiom and think twice. It's a powerful tool to help you navigate tricky situations and protect yourself from being taken advantage of. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is suit yourself. This phrase lets someone do what they want, often implying the speaker's mild disagreement or indifference. From 17th century English, suit meant to please or be convenient for, so the phrase means do what pleases you. Suit yourself conveys disapproval or indifference. First example, you want to skip the meeting? Fine, suit yourself, but don't ask for notes. This shows a warning. Second example, she'd rather stay home. Suit yourself, I replied. This accepts a choice without strong feeling.
Have it your way is similar, implying resignation or annoyance. Do as you please is more neutral, granting simple permission. Suit yourself subtly hints at mild disagreement or indifference. Use do as you please for true neutrality. Suit yourself or have it your way conveys less enthusiasm for their choice.
To recap, suit yourself grants permission to act as one wishes, often implying speaker detachment or mild disapproval. This 17th century phrase subtly suggests you might not fully support their choice. Use it for a resigned acceptance of another's decision. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is it was put on ice. This phrase means that a plan, project, or decision has been temporarily delayed or postponed for later consideration. Think of putting something perishable in a freezer. It pauses its progress, keeping it fresh for when you're ready to use it. The idiom likely draws from this concept of preservation, becoming popular in the early 20th century to describe halting a process, much like chilling an item stops its decay or progress. Let's look at how it was put on ice works in everyday conversation. For our first example, the committee decided to put the new proposal on ice until they had more data. Here, put on ice means the proposal isn't rejected, but its progress is halted, waiting for more information. Now consider our second example. Our plans for a summer vacation were put on ice due to unexpected work commitments. In this case, personal plans were suspended, not canceled entirely, but rather postponed until a more suitable time. Both examples clearly show the idiom's use in indicating a temporary delay rather than a permanent cancellation, whether for formal proposals or personal arrangements. It implies a pause with the intention of revisiting the matter later.
There are several phrases similar to put on ice. A common one is to put on hold, which also means to temporarily pause something. For instance, the project was put on hold. Another related phrase is to table a motion, often used in formal meetings, meaning to postpone discussion on an issue. While put on ice and put on hold are quite interchangeable for general delays, to table a motion is more specific to parliamentary procedure. Put on ice often carries a slightly stronger implication of indefinite or longer-term postponement with the hope of future revival.
To wrap up, it was put on ice means something has been temporarily postponed or delayed. This vivid idiom, rooted in the idea of preserving things by chilling them, paints a clear picture of an action or plan being paused for future consideration. Remember, it implies a delay, not a cancellation. So next time a project needs to wait, you can confidently say it's been put on ice. Keep practicing, and you'll master these expressions in no time. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is you've lost me. This phrase means you no longer understand what someone is explaining, finding it too complex or confusing. It's a polite way to signal you've lost the thread of their argument. From literally losing someone, it became metaphorically used for losing understanding in early 20th century conversations. Let's see it in action. First, could you re-explain the last part? Once you started talking about quantum mechanics, you've lost me. Here, technical jargon caused confusion. Second, I was with you until the third point, but then you introduced too many new variables. You've definitely lost me now. Both show a clear lack of understanding.
Similar expressions include that went over my head, implying information was too complex, like the lecture went over my head. Another is, I'm not following you, directly stating an inability to keep up. You've lost me often conveys a more complete disengagement from the explanation, a total breakdown in understanding.
To recap, you've lost me is a polite way to say you no longer understand. It metaphorically extends from literally losing someone to losing track of a conversation. Remember, it's an honest admission of confusion, not an accusation. Use it to prompt clarification, improving communication, and ensuring you get help for unclear concepts. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is I'm on cloud nine. This means you are experiencing extreme happiness or elation, feeling incredibly joyful. Its origin links to the 1950s U.S. Weather Bureau's cloud classifications. Cloud 9 was the cumulonimbus cloud, highest and most impressive, symbolizing peak delight. Let's see this idiom in action. For example, ever since she got accepted into her dream university, she's been on cloud 9. This describes her overwhelming joy. Another, after winning the championship, the team was on cloud 9 for weeks. It perfectly captures their prolonged happiness, highlighting intense, sustained joy.
Similar expressions include over the moon and in seventh heaven. Over the moon conveys immediate, intense joy. In seventh heaven suggests a blissful, profound happiness. While all imply extreme happiness, on cloud 9 emphasizes a peak, almost dreamlike state of delight, perfect for ultimate joy.
To recap, I am on cloud 9 means you were incredibly happy, reaching a peak of joy, much like the highest cloud. Use it to express profound elation, adding a vivid, ethereal touch to your happiest moments. Keep practicing, and you'll be on cloud 9 with your English. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Today's idiom is she was thirsty. While literally needing water, this expression idiomatically describes an intense craving for abstract things like attention or success. It's a deep hunger for non-physical goals. Its origin traces to ancient figurative language, extending physical thirst to psychological desire. So thirsty in this sense means profound eagerness or ambition. Let's see she was thirsty in action. Example 1. After years working in the background, she was thirsty for recognition. This means she deeply yearned for acknowledgement. Example 2, the young entrepreneur was thirsty for success, working late. This shows intense drive and ambition for abstract goals. Both convey a powerful, often unfulfilled longing.
Similar expressions, she was hungry for success, and she craved attention. Hungry implies a basic need, often from deprivation. Craved can be more immediate or urgent. Thirsty suggests a sustained, perhaps intellectual, longing or powerful ambition. Use thirsty for strong, enduring desire after seeking or deprivation.
In summary, she was thirsty. Idiomatically means a profound, intense desire for abstract things like recognition, success, or attention. Originating from ancient metaphors, it conveys deep longing or ambition. Remember, thirsty here means a strong inner drive. Next time you see someone with burning ambition, say they are truly thirsty for it. I'll see you next time with another great expression.